Hi folks, Dan Bidondi for TruthRadioShow.com here, and I just got one question to ask people. Let's use a scenario here, and if you could honestly answer this, I would love to hear your logic on this. But how would you like, okay, just say you got a nice house, you got a family, nice yacht and all that. So I go buy a house, maybe 2 or 3 houses from you, okay? Now I buy this house, the landlord is just a scumbag, or I just live in poor conditions in the house. So what do? You know, instead of just trying to fix things here, trying to make things better, I'm just gonna go to the house next door because I want to go to your house because you got the best house on the block, right? So I want to go to your house, but the house next door is 2 houses in between us, okay? So what I do is I bash the fence in for my next door neighbor, okay? Throw rocks at the neighbors, him and his family, and use my children and my wife as a human shield, so no retaliation. I go on to the next house, bash that fence in. Now the neighbor, you know, he's like, you know what? You could have jobs here. I'll help you out. You can live here. I'll help you out. No, that's not good enough. I want the best house on the block. So when I'm in his property, I totally disgrace his property too. Okay, so I come to your house, okay? I stop. Now you got a big barrier up on your house because you don't want me coming into your house, okay? You pay rent, you know, you pay the bills and everything else, and you make a living for your family. So that being said, and rightfully so, you resist, okay? So what I do is I throw rocks, okay? Me and my brother, whatever, we throw rocks at you and your family, okay? We throw them, and I use my kids and my wife as a human shield, hoping you don't retaliate, but you get so fed up because your family's in danger. So what do? Try the first thing to try not use lethal force. What do? Even though I'm using lethal force, throwing hail-sized, softball-sized rocks at you and your family. So what do you try to do to warn us off? You use tear gas. So to make you look like a jerk to all the neighbors near you, I post a picture with my wife holding my 2 kids in diapers with a tear gas canister. I post it all over the neighborhood. Now all the neighborhood thinks you're a jerk. How could you dare fire tear gas at my children? How could you dare? How could you? But yeah, you know, I don't show the neighborhood, okay? I don't show them the videos and pictures of me and my brother hurling huge rocks at you and your family. I don't show that, using deadly force against you guys. And you guys were kind enough not to use deadly force, even though it's your right to do that. You could have shot me, but you decided, like, you know what, because of the women and children, we're going to use non-lethal force, okay? You tried to save face, but thanks to my picture and the media that I own, okay, it's making you people look like the bad guys, when in reality, we're the bad guys. We're cowards for using our own women and children for human shields. Then try to, work with the media to try to spin it around like you were the bad guys. Okay? So you're saying, wait, you have no right on my property. I pay for this property. I maintain this property. My family comes first, okay? I don't have room for you guys, okay? My family comes first. And if you come into my house, you occupy my house, it's got to just disrupt the entire and destabilize my whole family. So that being said, do I have a right to do that? Do I? And answer that honestly. And if you really believe so, you belong in some kind of a psychiatric ward. Because 99.9% of you, it doesn't matter what political party you belong to, 99.9% of you right now are saying, no way in hell, I'm going to shoot your ass. That's what you got to say, most of you. So that being all said, okay, now what's going on with the southern border crisis, okay? The migrant caravan, what do? They went through countries, just storming through. They got into Mexico, because their goal was for America, the best country, the best house on the block. Okay, they got into Mexico. Now Mexico says, you know what, you guys can live here. Okay, you can live here, we'll help you out. But no, that's not good enough. We want the best country, the best house on the block. So what do? You storm the United States border. I storm your property, using my women and children as human shields. But yeah, my men are throwing rocks at you guys, busting, like one border agent had a busted head because of a huge rock getting thrown at him. So what do? They use the women and children, so they think we're not going to retaliate against them. So what do? So, all right, we have all the right in the world. The U.S. Border Patrol has all the right in the world to use lethal force to protect their borders and protect themselves and their country. But what do? To save face, they try to say, hey, you know what, let's warn them, okay? Use non-lethal force, and of course the media had to get with that one picture because the cowards put their women and children up front, the animals, I should say, put their women and children up front as human shields, and the media ran with that all wild, and the whole world thinks we're jerks for firing tear gas. When they don't know the whole truth, they didn't see the videos or the pictures of hundreds of these animals throwing huge rocks and anything they could get their hands on at our Border Patrol, trying to rip the border fences down, okay? That's illegal, okay? You go try that, do it to a bank, okay? Go try that, and this is logic, this is common sense. Go try to do that anywhere, okay? Go try to rip the fence down at the police station or the prison because you want to get your buddy out. Go try to throw rocks at the, the guards there, okay? See what happens to you. You'll get your ass shot, okay? So don't sit there and tell me that we're in the wrong, our Border Patrol's in the wrong for defending, and they could have, by all means and all rights, they could have used lethal force. And most people believe they should have. So don't sit there and say we're the bad guys because we use non-lethal force, okay? And we're not the bad guys. If it was up to me, I would take all the women and children, put them in the zone, okay, so we could vet the women. And all the men, I would drive their asses right back where they came from. Lethal force if I had to, too. Because most of these men, over 600 of them so far, confirm MS-13 and other dangerous gangs and organizations. So now all that being said, think about this. And the thing is, I'm independent. I could care less about political parties, okay? I'm not a Republican or Democrat. I'm an independent, okay? So I don't want any political bias or any political BS in this here because, we need to think like that, okay? This is America at stake here. This is not the Republicans at stake. This is not the Democrats at stake. This is Americans at stake. We would love for more than anything to bring people into this country. My grandparents, okay, on my father's side, they came from Italy, both of them, okay? They went through years and years through the proper channels to get here. Worked their butts off when they got here, okay? They didn't get handouts. They didn't get free Obama phones and nothing like that. No, they worked their butts off, okay? And had children, and, I'm the grandson, the result of that. So don't sit there and say, hey, these people are wrong, because it's a smack in the face to everybody that's immigrated to this country, going through the proper channels. So what they're doing is a direct smack in the face to every one of them who worked their butts off to become citizens. And like I said, I have no problem welcoming people to this country with open arms, okay, if they came in through the proper channels. So don't sit there and say, oh, we're the bad guys, okay? We're trying to do things right. It's not us doing the bad. It's the cowards, okay, the men in that group that wasn't satisfied with staying in Mexico. And here's your old thing too, right? All the aggression, all the violence they use, they, so-called flee their Honduran countries, whatever, from tyranny, from oppression. Why couldn't they use that same energy against their own government? And here's the thing. What makes them think, okay, they run from their own government, right? Their government, their military is weak, okay? Our police department can take their military out. Okay, so what makes them think, okay, they know they can't defeat their own government and their military, so what in the hell makes them think they're going to defeat our military, the strongest military in the world? You know what I mean? It does not make no sense, because I'll tell you what it is. It's nothing more than an invasion. That's all it is. It's by George Soros and the United Nations, and these people who don't care about political parties. They don't belong to no political parties. All they care about is destabilizing the world. And it's not just America here. All over Europe, they're doing the same damn thing. All over the world, they're doing the same thing to try to destabilize all the economies, all the countries, to bring in the hellish New World Order. That's what they call it, which is a global government. So ask yourself that. If you believe that these people belong here, okay, you believe that these people have a right to be here and just crash our borders and come here that way, okay, let me know, okay, because if you own a nice house, you own a nice car, okay, you let me know you still support them from doing that. I'll come to your house, okay, I'll kick your door in, I'll throw dangerous weapons at you, okay, metaphorically I'm saying this. I'm not going to really do this, because I know some people will probably call the cops saying, oh, damn, Bidondi's going to come. No, would I have a right to do that, kick your door in and say, hey, I have a right to be here, even though you pay for it, okay, I have a right to be here. I have a right to use your car. Okay, No, you could be like, yeah, right, bang, you know what I mean? Most of you would, and rightfully so, you know. And, you know, here's the thing, too, what you people are doing, a lot of you, you're running off emotions, okay? All raw emotions, without knowing the facts, without knowing what is really going on. That's what you're doing. Okay, stop for a minute. Yeah, we all care about kids. We all care about women and all that. But, you know, stop for a minute and know what's going on. The Border Patrol could have killed those people, and rightfully so, because they were defending themselves against lethal force, okay? But they didn't because of the women and children. They used non-lethal force. So give them that much credit. And you're sitting there bashing President Trump. President Trump is telling them to use less lethal force as possible to defend the borders because he doesn't want no women and children dying. But no, let's not give him credit for that. And again, I'm independent. I'm not Republican or Democrat, and I don't care if you're a Democratic or Republican president. I'll support you when you do good, and I'll bash the hell out of you when you don't do good. So anyway, guys, this is Dan Bidondi for TruthRadioShow.com, and have some common sense. You know what I mean? Really. And simple logic. That's it. All right, God bless. Declaring war on the New World Order. TruthRadioShow.com.